Considering the developers that work on Libra, a lot of them are based in Israel. You have ZenGo, you have LibraCamp. I was wondering if there's something in the political or economic conditions of Israel that kind of lead to a high concentration of blockchain developers.
I also understand that Facebook in Rothschild, they have offices in Rothschild, they actually employ a lot of coders that work on it there. So maybe the idea kind of spread out. But maybe here in Israel, we know everything is temporarily, so we kind of get quick, fast to the market with our products, try to be the first.
But it's kind of tough, perhaps, being a developer in Israel because the market size is so small.
Yes, but again, and relatively to the market size, there's a lot of startups, a lot of very good developers, very good universities. We have some good blockchain groups in Hebrew University of Jerusalem, in the Technion, in Tel Aviv too. And so there's a lot of synergies. If you have a new idea, you can go to some meetup and talk. And it's quite easy because we're Israelis. We're easy approaching everyone.
Israel is very supportive of free economics, kind of like decentralization in a way. So I think it's inherited as well in the country in terms of that, and that's why you see a lot of people that are working on blockchain related, also security stuff, because we are very good at that side of the story. So it's kind of like related to both.
Bits of Gold, we're leading the crypto sector, and we've been doing that for 7 years now. We've pushed forward regulation from 2013. So I can see the crypto in Israel going forward in a really pretty rapidly an impressive speed compared to lots of countries around the world. Israel is pretty much a really good hub, a good center for crypto-related companies. We are the biggest crypto exchange in Israel, and we've been walking around all those, Ethereals and other expositions and stuff like those. And I think in Israel you can see a pretty good group of people and good community leading the blockchain industry and the Bitcoin industry. I think you can see a lot coming up from Israel.
Do you think there are contingent political or economic situations in Israel that kind of lead to it becoming a hub, not only of startups, but specifically blockchain technology?
I mean, unlike traditional tech, where we don't want regulators to get involved and force regulation that will harm the business, here we actually need the regulation in blockchain. You need, especially in diverse type of projects. And we're also involved in front of the government to help the projects. Interact with the customers, with the businesses inside the economy. So it's a bit weird. You're not used to asking as the business sector from the government to interfere, but there are currently blocks that enable the ecosystem to get more involved into the economy. And as I mentioned, we need the regulators here to be a bit more involved. And by the way, it's not only unique to Israel. You can see it in other economies as well.
What do you think about the banking system in Israel? Would you like to see greater support for crypto startups?
Dude, the banking system is everywhere. It's very conservative. As always, they have their own fears. They don't want new technologies coming in, disrupting everything. And it's their cake, and we are gonna probably take a bite if we're gonna get. But once again, we bring technology, and we save money, and the procedure is much faster and easier. And it's also one of the reasons the governments don't want Libra inside, though Libra is centralized and the community doesn't like them. But banks here are not different than anywhere else. They don't want new technology coming in and forcing them be more effective and to bring more value to the customers as this community is bringing.